There's also some more information about email in the free workbook that comes with the series. To get your free pack, you can free phone the number on your screen, 1800 20 20 65. That's 1800 20 20 65. Or you can visit our website, that's www.rug.ie. Mary, some people blame emails for the fact that we don't really write letters anymore. I love getting letters in the post, but it doesn't really happen. What do you think?
I think that is true to a certain extent. I think we use them. I think we use text messages and then we use email. And then I think letters as a very special occasion, I think. But letters, certainly when we're working with groups, we would tend to do letters as more formal letters. We do some newsy letters as well, but the formal letter, I don't think that'll be replaced. You know, the complaint letter. And
the birthday card, getting one by email is not the same thing.
It's not the same, no.
Well, these days, lots of people have more than one email account. Some are used for business and others for personal use. But if you just want to set up your first email account, let's find out a little bit more about how to do that.
Email is a quick and cheap way of sending messages to computers all over the world. If you want to send emails, you need to have an email account. You can get a free email account from a company like Yahoo, and the first step is to go to the Yahoo website by typing www.yahoo.com in the address bar, and then clicking on Free Mail, Sign Up. Where it asks Don't have a Yahoo ID, click on Sign Up for Yahoo. You then need to fill in the online form. The blank spaces where you need to fill in information are called fields, and you move from one field to another by using the mouse to move the arrow and then clicking. If a field is marked with an asterisk, then you must fill it in. The other fields can be either filled in or left blank. For some fields you have to type in the information yourself. For example, your first name and your last name. You get a capital letter by holding down the Shift key on the keyboard and pressing the letter at the same time. For some fields, you don't type in the information. Instead, you click on one of the choices you are given. For example, for preferred content, you click on the arrow and then choose Yahoo Ireland. This means your email address will end in .ie to show that it is an Irish address. You have to choose a Yahoo ID. ID is a short way of saying identity, and your Yahoo ID will be the first part of your email address. Your email address is for you and you alone, so if the ID you choose has already been used by someone else, you'll see a message telling you that it is unavailable. You'll have to think of something different, and Paul gets the email address paulzmurphy1979@yahoo.ie. You also need to invent a password, maybe the name of your pet, something easy to remember. You can use numbers, an underscore and letters in your password, and it's very important to remember whether you use capital letters or small. You'll have to type it in every time you want to use your email account. You should keep your password secret. It won't appear on the screen when you type it. Instead, dots will appear, one for each letter or number of the password. At the end of the form, you'll see some strange looking letters and numbers. This is a code which you have to type in to confirm that you are opening an email account. You can read this code, but other computers can't, and this stops them from creating fake email accounts. When you've completed the form and clicked on I agree to agree to the terms and conditions, your email account is ready to go. You can now start to send messages to friends and family anywhere in the world at the click of a button.
Martina, there's so much stuff on the internet and so much information, and not all of it is very serious. I know that for the business course it could be very useful, but the internet's also good for fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like me, you love crosswords as well, don't you?
Yeah, I love doing crosswords, anagrams, and just even playing games, you know, when you have got time.
Have you tried crosswords on the net?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I love it. I
Really?
love challenging myself. Yeah, it's good fun.
What about your children, Jodie and Luke? Are they using the computers now much?
Yeah, Luke is always on the computer.
How old is he?
He's 11 now.
Yeah.
He loves looking up rap. you know, anything got to do with Slim Shady or any rapper.
Yeah.
Best.
And is he using it for homework as well, do you think? Or is it all just music and fun and chat?
Well, I think he does a lot of research on it too as well, regarding homework. Well, I hope he does.
This is what he tells you?
Yeah.
And your daughter, how old is she?
She's 11 now.
Yeah. And has she got into it yet?
Well, not in the internet part of it, but she draws on it and colours, and she'll probably do a little story, you know, and she'll file it and save it and all, you know.
That's very good for her, isn't it?
Yeah, for her age, yeah.
Do you think starting that young is good for learning generally?
Oh yes, I think so, because there's no fear. Older people have awful fear of computers, you know. It's the fear of breaking it or something. Whereas children don't care if they break something, but the adults do.
Would you be worried about using your credit cards on the internet to buy something? Is that a fear that a lot of people have, do you think you come across?
Oh, they do. And it has happened, I suppose, and it hasn't happened to me, but you have that fear. You also have that fear that is this experience real? When I go to the airport, is it going to work? Is this a real ticket?
Yeah.
But once you've done it once or twice, you're confident in it. Yeah.
Well, nowadays one of the easiest and quickest ways to buy flights is to do it on the internet, as we're saying. It's a really useful way to shop around without leaving your own home. Here's the really useful guide to booking flights online.
Plane tickets cost a lot less than they used to, so more of us are flying more often. One way to book your flight is to go off and find a travel agent. Or you can do it yourself by sitting down at a computer and booking a flight online. The websites of the various airlines look different, but in all cases you need to give the same type of information. You need to enter information about your flight, like where you want to fly from and where you want to fly to. You don't even have to type this in, just click on one of the choices. If it's a return flight, you say what day you are departing and when you are returning. You click on the arrow to choose the date, the 13th, and the month, March. The return flight is the 16th of March. You also need to say how many adults or children are travelling. There are some great bargains available, but remember that this is just the price of the seat before the taxes and charges are added. If you're tempted by an ad, remember to check if the prices include taxes and charges.
Hello? Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Dublin to Heathrow. 13th of March, yeah. There's one at 6:40. That's too early, yeah. There's one here at 9 o'clock for €1. It's more expensive coming home the 16th. I suppose that's because it's a Friday. Well, there's one here for 8:45, €39. You going for that? Grand.
You'll see all the information on the flights you've chosen. The flight number, where you're departing from, the date and time, and where you're arriving. You also see the number of passengers and the full price, including taxes and charges. You have to tick to show that you've read the fare rules, which give you information about cancellations or changes. You now have to fill in passenger details and confirmation details, including an email address and a phone number. The most common way to pay for your flight online is to use a credit card. There's no need to worry about giving your credit card details if you see an S in the address bar after HTTP and the picture of a lock. This means that these web pages are secure and no one else will be able to read the information you give. Sometimes when you book a flight online, the tickets are sent to you by post. But more often you don't get a ticket at all. Instead, you print out your confirmation because you'll need your booking reference when you go to the airport. You also need to bring your passport. If you're flying within Ireland or to Britain, a form of identification with a photo, like a driver's license, may be acceptable, but check the information on the airline website to make sure. If you book your flight online, you could have the whole thing done in less time than it takes to catch a bus.
Do you find that in helping people, Mary, with their numeracy, that if they do something practical like that, like booking a flight or buying something online, that can help in the learning?
Yes, we've done it on a few occasions like that, you know, to get somebody to book the holiday of a lifetime, you know. It makes the whole thing more interesting too, you know. So send them off to someplace exotic, and it does help, because you have to work out a lot of things. You know, you're looking at the calendar to see dates, how long you're going to go for. So then you have to check back on how many days that would be. So, you know, say 14-day holiday, and whether you can afford it, checking the flights, and then looking at the hotel prices, and could you afford that? So there's a whole lesson involved in it. And the other one is, which is always the one that worries me when I'm booking a flight, is the 24-hour clock.
Oh, yeah.
And trying to work out, wait, now, what time is that? Is that nighttime or daytime?
And am I arriving yesterday or tomorrow?
Exactly. So you're really going backwards in your clock as well, working out
Yeah.
all
But
the logistics of it.
If it's practical and they're getting something
Yes.
from it, it
Yeah.
helps in the learning. Well, that's all we have time for today. I'd like to thank both of our guests for coming in, to Martina O'Doherty and to Mary Bevan as well. Next time we'll be finding out how to use scanning reading strategies to read soccer results and buy a television. And we'll also be having a look at how we interpret the news about Northern Ireland. In the meantime though, here are the contact details again to get hold of your free student workbook that goes with this series.
For your free student pack and workbook, free phone 1800 20 20 65. That's 1800 20 20 65. Or you can go online and visit www.rug.ie, or write to The Really Useful Guide to Words and Numbers, care of Nala, 76 Lower Gardner Street, Dublin 1.